Good morning, guys. This is Issues with Toddy One Skip. I am Toddy One Skip. Welcome to Friday. Everybody's working for the weekend. And I'm working on the weekend, guys. But that's okay. That's okay. This is Issues with Toddy One Skip. And welcome to our world. This is our corner of the world where we drink coffee, tea, matcha, green tea, Mountain Dew, root beer floats. Root beer with a little THC in it. Don't tell anybody I said that. Guys. Madeline Soto. Boy, Jenn Soto pisses me off. Jenn Soto, the mom of Madeline Soto, who was so neglectful in trying to protect her daughter. Trying is lack of words, because there was no trying there. It was all about, I need my sleep, and it's more important. And you know what? My daughter, however the hell she talks, I got the Gypsy Rose on my brain, so I'm high-pitched. Madeline Soto was just 13 years old, man. She was just days past her 13th birthday, where she said, I want to go live in the woods because sometimes my stepdad's mad and mean to me and such. And her stepdad, she didn't have one, but I guess she was referring to that charming Stefan Stearns, who's now in jail, awaiting trial. Why isn't Jenn Soto, the mother, being held accountable for neglect, ignorance of her daughter? Guys, so those of us know that Madeline Soto, again, she had just turned 13 years old on February 26th. She went missing from the home. She was believed to be unalived either that night before or that day, and left the house unalived by Stefan picking her up and putting her in the car, I guess. Her belongings were thrown in the dumpster at 7:30 in the morning. There's no debating that. That's on camera. The fact that he never dropped the kid off at school, it's non-debatable. It's the truth. It wasn't on camera. The mother knew. The mother knew that this kid was sleeping with that grown man, and she encouraged it because she was selfish and she wanted her own sleep, she says. Bullshit. Whatever she didn't want to do, I think she gave it to Maddie. And why this woman isn't being charged and isn't in jail is beyond me. She's a liar. You can tell when she's lying. I mean, we can all tell when she's lying, so I don't understand, again, if they're trying to make a deal. What deal? There's no need for a deal. Stefan Stearns is going to get DEATH because of this. They have 35,000 photos. They don't need a deal from Jenn Soto. She shouldn't be anywhere. So why is she walking and breathing the same free oxygen that I am? Or the people in Florida are? Why? There's something wrong here. In a newly released case supplemental report from the Orange County Sheriff's Office, police allege that after being shown photos found on the phone of her boyfriend, 37-year-old Stefan Stearns, mom Jennifer Soto told police he's been grooming and abusing my child. It's from People magazine, right? It's a day old. The article's day old. She was found on March 1st. Everybody knew that this kid was sleeping with this grown man. This kid there was 4 bedrooms in that house. You know how we know that? Because fucking Jen was renting the rooms out. Instead of going to work, she was renting the rooms out. I guess she had little part-time jobs. Listen, there's no excuse for Jenn Soto to be breathing free air. That's, again, I'm going to say it again. Jenn Soto needs to be incarcerated for at least neglect, child endangerment. You do not put a little girl in bed with a grown man and then act like nothing's wrong and you don't check into it. There were toys in that room. There was stuff that shouldn't be in a room with the child. And it pisses me off because we are dropping the ball here. We are dropping the ball here. Guys, let's listen to a little bit of this interview. And you could tell when she's lying. You could tell when she goes stump and she's trying to remember dialogue. You can tell. And you can tell that her priority is Stefan Stearns. Not finding her daughter. Not one time does she ask about her daughter. I don't hear a crack in her voice. I don't see a tear. I don't hear a crack in her voice. I don't see or hear anything that shows concern for her daughter. And especially the story's changed a few times. She's a liar. So, guys, let's listen up to this and tear it apart like we do so well. Let's do it.
Before that email or after that email. But I started panicking and freaking out because she should have been to school. She should have made it.
And then I understand she forgot her phone, right?
Yeah.
Is it common for her to not have her phone?
Yes. She's got ADHD. She's super forgetful. She doesn't even... She never realizes that she's in the shower for a whole hour. She loses track of time. She's very...
Well, damn, she's very much like a 13-year-old child. And apparently a 13-year-old child who's not even mature enough to sleep alone, Jen. So what are you talking about? Where are you going? Because it seems like you're almost victim blaming here. So what is it? Like she's acting like a 13-year-old kid that gets forgetful. I mean, your Prince Charming, he forgets his phone all the time too. He admitted that to the police. So what's going on? What does that mean? What does that mean? She loses track of time. Okay.
And then you guys went looking for her, right?
Yes.
Where did you look? Like, did you drive somewhere? Did you walk? Like, where did you go look for her?
Okay. So, after her best friend called me, actually, or I talked to her best friend on the phone.
Well, Jen, it seems like you don't remember things very well. You see, like, right away, I'm starting to think, this story right here, this is a story that's going to lead to a story that Jen wants you to believe. This story right here.
I went back to the school to see, let me check her official attendance. Let me see what's going on. They were already closed. Nobody was at the school. So I searched by backtracking into the school and then coming back out and seeing that there were no kids at the school at all. So then I drove office. Everything was driving. And then I think that response from her teacher at that point. But
So what is this? Like, it's like she doesn't even want to be bothered answering questions here. Like, where is the sadness in her voice? Where is the angst? Where's my daughter? Where is that? Because I just don't hear it. I just don't hear it.
Did you come back to the apartment at any point yesterday? Once you realized she was missing?
Stefan was at home waiting for us to get back. And then when I told him something was wrong, she never went to school. He completely hauled it back to me. And then we all stood there waiting for the cops to show up, and they didn't show up till like 7:30. It took them a while to respond. I think they were looking for other missing kids around the area too.
Oh, so wait a minute. So she's putting the idea out there. There's other missing children. So yours isn't so unique. Yours isn't so pressed. There's other things going on here. So being that there's other missing kids, you're in the clear of what might be going on with yours.
Did you at any point check her phone out while you had it?
Yes.
Tell me about it.
Okay. Actually, I started looking, but I could not concentrate on reading anything. I was too panicked and too worried.
Where is the too panicked and too worried? Why are we missing the too panicked and too worried? And why can't she read and be panicked at the same time? This is part of being a parent. You know what I mean? Like sometimes your kid falls and there's blood everywhere because there's just a pure accident, and you got to figure out how to stop the bleeding and get them to help. So this is somebody clearly who needed help parenting and actually probably needs help getting through their life each day. Very much like their failure to launch boyfriend who, what did he say? He was trying to help his parents who were like making plans of end of life. Those people do so much more. Prince Charming over there, Stefan Stearns, did nothing. He was a leech. He was a fucking leech. They gave him $600 a month to get him out of their hair. He's a failure to launch. He is an experiment gone bad. Him and Jenn Soto. But why is she still breathing free air? That's what I don't understand. She needs to be sucking up that reused air and oxygen from one inmate to the next. That's what I don't get. Why isn't that happening?
I handed the phone to my sister. She's the one, and my niece. They both started going through her texts. I saw her texts. Nothing seemed weird. No weird random people. Everyone is someone I was familiar with or had heard about. They checked her Roblox. They checked her Discord. I checked her Discord as well. There was nothing weird.
Well, did you look at your boyfriend's phone? Did you see all of his messages, all of his texts, all of his graphics? Did you see all of that? Because you might have seen a familiar face. You dropped the ball, Jenn Soto. But the thing is that you knew what ball you were dropping. I'm convinced you knew what was going on here, and you sacrificed your kid. And for the love of God, why the fuck isn't this woman in jail? Why? Why isn't she in jail?
But yeah, no, we did not come back home until we were done with the police. We were done with everything. There was nothing else for us to do except come back
Where
home.
was her phone when all of this was happening?
With me.
How did you get the phone if you never came back here?
I took it with me to go pick her up from school. I was going to give it to her when she got in the car and be like, listen, you forgot your phone again, and let her play on it. I'll do that sometimes when she forgets it. I bring the phone with me and I just give it to her afterwards.
So guys, I don't think that the cop was believing this. She asked, what about the phone? She didn't trust that. You could hear in her voice she was questionable. Well, what do you mean? If you had it, if you didn't have it, how'd you get it? Well, I had it on me and I was going to give it to her. I don't think that the cop believed that at all. Guys, what do you think is going on here? Why do you think Jenn isn't being charged yet? Do you think Jenn's going to be charged? Do you see that there are things that we're going to go more into the interrogation here? And you could just flat out tell the lies that are being said. And you can hear in the voice there is no anxiety. There's no angst in where the fuck is my kid? There's none of that. We don't hear that at all. And that's not okay. That's not okay, because the average person would be going crazy. Where's my kid? Where's my kid? Where's my kid? This woman, it's like you gotta fucking wake her up or something. It's crazy. Guys, tell me what you think. This is Issues with Toddy One Skip. I am Toddy One Skip. What's going on with the way that we're treating our children or having other people treat our children? When are we going to show up for them, guys? Be better today than you were yesterday. Not half as good as you'll be tomorrow. Always be kind.